Oh, look, 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 look. Look. The other. Haven't heard a whole lot so far, but got a deep signal, and looky there. There's my first 3-ringer of the day, and would you look at this beautiful Petersburg sand. And I haven't even done anything but knock the sand off of it. So I'm just digging with my fingers. Oh, there it is. Look at that. All right, there's another beautiful 3-ringer here in Petersburg. And I hope I don't have to fight off a dog, because he sounds big. Here we go. Pretty drop 3-ringer. Pinpointer's picking it up really good right there. I think we're getting near the original bottom of the trench. We're not in the trench, we're in the bottom of it. Got started really late, and we're finding bullets. So you see that white right there? Another drop 3-ringer. This is the guy that gets permissions. I used to call you the fastest relic hunter. Now I think I'm going to call you the permission king. Greetings from Gaines Mill Pond in Hanover County, Virginia. Couldn't resist stopping off and just doing a little bit of filming. I hate to leave this spot, but relics are calling. This has been a 2-day thing. Petersburg yesterday, and I had a good time.
It's a tough spot.
It was a tough spot, but we came up with some bullets.
I got excited when I popped that shotgun shell out until I realized what it was. Pretty green disc, but hopefully this will produce something good for us today.
We're going to hit it hard, and we're not going to quit until something sweet comes out of the ground.
That's right.
Agreed?
Let's hit it.
All right, let's go. I'm at the base of this massive oak tree. Pinpointer says I'm right on it. Let's see what we got here. Yep. Fired 3-ringer. Yep, another bullet. 3 bullets within 30 feet. Good golly, how many canister shot have you got today? Look at those canister shot.
And they'll clean up really good once you do electrolysis on them.
All right, we got a good signal in the bottom of this trench. Nondescript metal, I don't know what that is. This may be nothing. We got something down here, I can hear it with the pinpointer. It's not a great signal, but is that little thing it? Oh my word. A little tiny buck maybe. Oh, more down there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looky there. Isn't that funny? Drop 3-ringer. This is a real nice signal that sounds decent size and deep. Appears to be right under a big root. I see white. That is a heavily impacted 3-ringer. This definitely sounds like a bullet, but I've missed it a little bit. So I'm gonna adjust my hole. Must be something small. Little piece of camp lead. Something's right. Oh, I thought something was right there. Oh my word. Tiny little buck. Got a pretty big signal here. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? Oh my word. I got a really good signal here. I would bet anything that this is a bullet. And I've been surprised that that there's been as much here as there's been, because most of Cold Harbor's been hunted so hard. I feel something. Yeah, see that white? There's another Cold Harbor bullet. Only about 6-8 inches in the ground. And there it is. Here's another good target. And for you Deus users, I'll just let you know that this is too deep to even have a number on the screen. It's a deep one, no number on the screen, but a really nice repeatable signal. This is going to be deep. It's going to be period. I'm pretty sure of that. This is going to be about 1.5 feet probably. Oh, there he is. That's case shot. There it is. It's obviously a fired round ball. Man, you guys that watch my channel, you know how many times I go out and find very, very little. So to have a day like today is just such a blessing. I know I'm very fortunate to have a spot where I can go and just consistently dig Civil War relics. This one may just be a nail. It's not a great signal. Is it rust? Yep. Just a nail. What kind of Civil War history are you saving?
Bullets so far. Bullets and case shot. Percussion caps. And round balls. Coke cans. I just dug a round ball right there though. Hey, look here. Most of the ones, I got a frag too. Most of the ones I've been finding are smaller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is interesting. All right, I can hear this one, and it sounds like a good solid bullet target. It's down there a lot further than I thought it was. There it is, whatever it is. I see white. Let's get it out of there. There he is. So switched over to the Equinox. It's sounding awfully good.
Let's see what we got. It's a fired Gardner.
Is it?
Yep.
Nice, really high impact.
Yep.
I always think about, what did that hit?
Yankee.
Spoken like a true Tar Heel.
Yeah.
We got something there. Oh, I see white. Just a little sliver of lead. I'm digging a signal right now that was bouncy and scratchy and not a really good signal, but I know that there's very little trash on this property. I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if it was a piece of iron, but I see white, and I know you do too. This has been the best day I've had in months. In a place like this, where I know there are relics and it's not a lot of trash, I run straight deep, and I always use the big head. Okay, this one didn't even give me a number, but the tone sounds pretty good to me. Well, no, wait a minute. All right, so the signal's gone, but my pinpointer's found it. Just a nail. So you win some, you lose some. When I scrape these leaves away, I scraped up a little snake, and I couldn't find him, so if I run screaming away, you'll know I found the snake. This is the most difficult target I've dug all day. I'm hemmed in on all sides by a lot of undergrowth. In this place, I'm willing to gamble. Oh, think I feel it? It's not a bullet. Oh, wait a minute now. That looks like a little cartridge box buckle. Yep, that's what it is. All right, so we'll hunt a little closer, see if we can find anything else of that cartridge box. Okay, there's more in the hole. Maybe he lost his whole cartridge box here. We'll widen this hole out a little bit, see what else is in there. Oh, look, 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 look! Look! The other buckle! The other cartridge box buckle! Maybe some rivets down in here that held the cartridge box together. And I know what some of y'all are thinking. Y'all are thinking it might be a box plate down in there. I don't think so. because I would have heard a real loud signal if there was a cartridge box plate in this hole. The 2 cartridge box buckles from some poor soldier who was stationed in this trench. Ah! You know it was there. So I'm going to look for rivets. Jake's come over to join me, and we know we got a cartridge box down here. I found 2 buckles, and then I found the rivet, and I got a signal, and look at that black right there. I'm thinking that's either leather with a rivet on it, like the other one. Look at that. Look at that. I think that's leather.
Looks like it.
That is the leather remains of a cartridge box. There's the rivet. That's 160-year-old leather. Gosh, that's so cool. Boys and girls, we've been widening this hole. This is just cool. I just found the finial to the cartridge box. How about that?
Still has leather on it.
Still got leather on it. In this place, I'm willing to gamble. And for me, the gamble has paid off big time.
Yeah. Now just dig a little bit deeper and find that plate. A little bit deeper.
And?
Find the plate.
All right, let's do it. Jake and I got into a cartridge box in the trench, and he's got a signal. He's going to dig this bullet up.
I'm going to say 3 minutes.
Dropped?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, very nice. They come out of this Cold Harbor sand awful pretty.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's go find your box plate.
This hole started off as a real iffy signal that I didn't want to dig because I'm down in the real thick stuff here. But I found an iron buckle to a cartridge box, and then I found the second iron buckle to the cartridge box, and then I started finding rivets with leather on them, and then I found the finial to the cartridge box. Everything's here but the box plate. But I do have another signal down in here, and it's not, oh, that looks like iron. Okay, so what might that be? Oh, there it is. Piece of iron. I don't know what that would be, but we're about to find out. Nope, just a nail. This little story just keeps getting more and more interesting. Widened the hole, got another signal, found, what did I find? Percussion caps. So, cartridge box here, percussion caps here. And that could be just happenstance. There's a million percussion caps on battlefields. But it is interesting. Yeah, we got something here. Probably more percussion caps. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. Definitely something there. You're getting a whole little picture here. You're getting the cartridge box, and now you're getting the, okay. See that green right there? Is that another finial for a percussion cap box? Or is that just a, no, what is that? What is that? A button. How about that? Started out with a cartridge box, then percussion caps, now an eagle eye. I'm pretty sure that's an eagle eye button with a good stand-up shank on it. Alright, we got a fired Gardner. It's first Gardner of the day for me. I just found a fired Gardner, and this is going to be another bullet. I can feel it. And where are you? Come on out of there. Yep, just missed it. Appears to be maybe a dropped. Oh no, wait, is that? No, that's a drop 3 ring. Same hole where I dug the Gardner and the 3-ringer. Alright, I feel it. There it is right there. And that is, it looks like an infield. I believe it is an infield. That's weird. 3 bullets in one hole. One of them's 3-ring Yankee, one of them's an infield from London, and one of them is a Gardner. So, whatever this is, I believe we're going to be able to make it without having a giant root in the way. Do I feel something here, maybe? What is that? Oh, looky there. Yep, it's pretty deep, too. Oh look, first one I've dug here that's been pulled. Well, the shadows are getting long, so I don't have a whole lot of time left to relic hunt, but it's been a really fun day. If I don't find anything else, my goodness. Alright, I think I'm getting there. This may be iron because I missed it by so far. And it's pretty deep. Right down in the bottom of that hole. And it feels like it's iron to me. Yeah, see all that rust? Does not feel like a shell fragment. It feels like a nail. You see it? That rusty spot down there? Yeah. I don't know what that is. Golly, you know what? It almost feels like it could be a ramrod. Doggone if that doesn't feel like a ramrod, folks. That really does. If that's what it is, it's going to take a lot of digging to get it out of there. Well, let's start digging in the direction that it would take to get that out of there if it's a ramrod. It definitely feels like a nice tulip end. That's about the right diameter there. Folks, if that's not a ramrod laying in this trench, I'll kiss your foot. Look at that. Well, there she is. Still not out. Got a ways to go if it's full length. How about that? It's not every day that you dig a hole shaped like that to make a relic recovery. And it's time to pull it out. I'm at the end. There you go. Ha! Look at that. Look at that. Appears to be I would guess, a Springfield ramrod. Look how straight it is. I mean, it's not even bent. So he didn't leave this behind because it was damaged. He either got killed while he was loading it, or he got overrun in the trenches and he was running and left his ramrod. And he wouldn't have done that lightly because his gun is no good without the ramrod. How about that, guys? What a great way. Probably end the day like this. We'll see. I thought, man, I'm finding relics. I can't think of a good reason to quit. All right, it's right behind that root, but I don't see why we can't get it without cutting that root. This just happens to be about 2 feet from where the ramrod was. Look there. You see it, don't you? Another. Now that's a dropped 3-ringer within 2 feet of that ramrod. It sure makes you wonder. See, that never got loaded. That was dropped. Doesn't it make you wonder? Ramrod came from right there. Here's the hole for the bullet. Doesn't it make you wonder if he was trying to load this bullet and he got shot? So much history in these woods. Okay, I'm still within a couple of feet of where I found the ramrod. Is that it? Yep, there it is. Percussion cap. Unfired. Could he have been trying to load that bullet and put this fresh percussion cap on his musket when he got shot? Man, what a great couple of days Jake and I had in Petersburg and Cold Harbor. I'm grateful to him for inviting me to his permission. And you should check Jake out on Instagram at Carolina Metal Detective. My subscribers know that for every video I do, I always include a little look back into the past, and I'm really excited about this one. I want to tell you the story today of the most pristine, most beautiful U.S. buckle I ever had. Now, this one is actually going to contain some footage of digging this buckle. Back in the day, I didn't video every dig but I kept an old camera in the truck, and if I pulled something really good out, I tried to video it, and I found some of that footage. And I'm going to be showing it to you as we tell the story. There was a spot in Cold Harbor that my digging buddy and I used to go to very, very regularly. And up on top of the trench, there was a log, and I remember it was a cherry tree. And every time we would go relic hunting, we would walk down beside the trench, and when we get to that log, we'd leave our lunch boxes, our coolers, or whatever by that log, and we'd always meet back there at lunchtime to have lunch. One day, I was hunting along around this trench, and I thought, I've never been able to hunt under that cherry log. Just on a whim, I broke off as much of it as I could, and I heaved that log off the top of the trench. And I put my metal detector down under that log, and I got just the faintest signal. I'm talking about this thing was a mouse whisper. And I started digging, and as I got down in the trench about a foot, I had a nice strong signal, and I thought, if this goes much deeper, this could be something decent. Well, sure enough, I got down to about a foot and a half down in that hole. It was Cold Harbor sand, and so I was kind of scraping it away with my fingers, and I found a little green rim came into view, and I thought, oh my goodness, this looks good. I went back to the truck, got my camera, brought it back, and this was the first view on the camera. You could just see, I don't know, 25% of the plate down in the hole. I had brushed enough of the dirt away to make sure I knew what I had, and it wasn't just a mason jar top or something. But I dug around, and I was very careful. I borrowed my digging buddy's bayonet, and I started easing around this thing, because you might see in the video where I pop out a little bit of black campfire coal. Eventually, of course, I brought the buckle out. There was organic material on the back of the buckle, and it turned out, we at first didn't touch it because we thought it might be pieces of leather, but as it turned out, it was clumped up pine tags. And you could see, as I was digging this buckle out of the hole, that this was just pure white sand. There was nothing down there. And it just blows my mind to think that those pine tags dated back to the Civil War, whenever that buckle was dropped. To see those pine tags, that organic material, was just the coolest thing. Kind of like today when I was digging what turned out to be a complete cartridge box. When I got down around those rivets, I noticed the earth was black, and I realized it was the leather from the cartridge box. Now, we didn't find any evidence of a tin insert, and of course, I looked like crazy for the plate and never could find that. But I realized I was digging through leather that was just powdered by this time. I'm sure that when you looked at the finial and the rivets earlier in the video, you could see that the leather was still there. We pulled the buckle out. It was among U.S. buckles, a bit unusual because it was a marked buckle. W.H. Smith, Brooklyn, a known maker of Civil War accoutrements. But I'm telling you, this buckle is just beautiful. To this day, it's the prettiest, most pristine one I ever dug. I'm glad to be able to show you the excitement of pulling this thing out of a Cold Harbor trench. This trench, by the way, was a Confederate trench. And so I've always kind of thought it might be a souvenir that a Confederate pulled off of a soldier, a Northern soldier, laid it up on top of the trench, and then he had to leave in a hurry and he didn't have time to take it with him. But at any rate, this buckle is mint condition except for that beautiful patina that it has. The lead back, everything is perfect. It's just pristine. When you dig something in Cold Harbor sand, it always comes out beautiful. Anyway, I was excited to show you that, just because instead of showing you just a picture, I was able to show you the actual video of digging this buckle, the prettiest one I ever dug. I hope I'll have a chance to dig some more. And if you are a relic hunter, I hope you get the chance to dig a few more plates before they're all gone. What a great time I had today, and I'm really glad you joined me because this was an unusual hunt for me. It would have made my hunt either to dig that complete cartridge box or either to dig that ramrod. Either one of them would have made my day, but to get both in one day was super cool. If you like what you saw today, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. What I really enjoy is reading your comments about the video. I like to hear your thoughts about what comes out of the ground. I'm honored to be able to still get into places like Petersburg, Virginia, and Cold Harbor, Virginia. I know my time is short and limited there, but what a great, fun blessing it is to be able to preserve some of the history and to wonder what soldier lost this buckle and under what circumstances that happened. It's great to be with you. I'll see you again for the next Battlefield Walker video. Until I do, be good and say your prayers.